Made it to the launch point. We're putting up our sunshade. This is the content that YouTube likes. Sun's about to come up. About to get after it. So yeah, we'll report back from the trail. She's excited. She's not excited. And we're off at a 6:13 start time. A couple minutes later than we wanted, but not the end of the world. Here's my beautiful fiance doing her thing. Depot Park, quiet and beautiful this morning as the sun rises. Oh, look at that over there. See? Look at that. Cotton candy sunrise. We love that. And yeah, now we're walking. All right, just ate a big hill. So that was tough, but we're pushing 4 miles already. We're at 3.6, just over an hour in. We're cooking. She's pretty still. Life is good. Trying to bank some minutes early on because we were talking about it, and like 19 now instead of like 21, 22, whatever, a slower leisure pace. Like later, back half, last 5 miles or so, I'm gonna be going slow anyway. And it's probably only gonna make the difference of like a mile. So might as well bank some time now, but getting after it, staying positive, having fun. Yeah, it's beautiful out still. Morning. The cyclists are all very nice. But yeah, eating another hill. This is like the harder part of the trail right here. So glad we're doing it. Well, it's still nice out. I'd say it's probably 75 right now, something like that. I don't really know, but based on how I'm feeling. So keeping after it, having fun. Check in a few. So we saw a bunny, and I didn't get it on video, but here's some beautiful deer. And I will definitely slow down my pace to take a video of these cuties. He's looking right at me. I love you. More deer. Wow. Florida wildlife's nuts. They're beautiful. They're just hanging out. Love you guys. Just stopped for nutrition. I meant to video it, but I'm a doofus. We had some honey stingers. We got the mini ones. They're really cute. And then some, I think Cliff makes them, right? The energy blocks. Those things are so good. And then I had her grab me a goo I'm keeping in my pocket, and then some salt tabs. I finished my Gatorade Zero on the first part of the walk, and now I've been sipping on a water bottle, and then I'll have my bladder. So doing well so far, just keeping chugging along. About almost 4.5 miles in. All right, we're 8 miles in, the 8-mile check-in. Not too bad, almost halfway. Keeping up a good pace. There's my cutie. See? Wow, she's perfect, ain't she? The pace has dropped off the last couple miles. I didn't want to bring it up until I really knew, and I know now that I definitely have some like pretty sick blisters forming on the bottom of my feet, which sucks because I don't think that's a thing I dealt with on any of the training rucks. And 8 miles is like, we've done at least this many miles 4 or 5 times, so that's kind of tough. I did a lot of like practicing martial arts in my garage the other day, a couple days ago, so I'm wondering if that might be to blame, but that's life. I'm trying to power through. We're meeting up with my parents in like 3 miles or so, so like an hour, a little over. So I'm gonna try and push through till then, and then I'll probably take the shoes off, take the socks off, put some band-aids on, scope out what's going on, because we're gonna take like a 10-minute break. So just had a little bit of nutrition. We're at the stop that we're gonna meet them at, but we're meeting them on the way back. So just talk to them. They're locked and loaded. We'll sit for a minute, get some Macy, drink some water and some Gatorade, and then we'll get back to it. So I'll check in at the halfway mark, but we're killing it. All right, I don't know if you can see, we're officially better than halfway, 10.02. So we're headed back now. We went to just the middle of nowhere on Hawthorne Trail. we're heading back now. Blister's still going off, so that'll be interesting. When I peel off, you might get some free feet content. But I should have been filming all of this in landscape, I guess, this whole time. Didn't think about that. So yeah, so we're about 1.5 miles from meeting up with my parents, getting some water, fresh water. Watch out, babe. The bikers are crazy. They're really getting after it. But doctoring up my feet, and then we'll head back for our final 8 or so. So, killing it. It's getting kind of warm though. All right, video update. We're at 11:68, taking our break. A surprise goose. My parents met up with me, or with us. So I did a surprise goosey. Say hi, mom and dad.
Hi guys.
For YouTube. Let's see how these feet are looking. Free feet on the internet. Well, they haven't popped open, so that's good. But yeah, definitely is that good. Yes. Oh yeah. So actually a little better than I thought they would be, but yeah, there's a big old blister. A little pruny, so I think switching just above, I think switching shorts or socks will be perfect. How's that feel, babe? Oh yeah. Break time is over. We're back at it. Little outfit change. I was just covered in sweat, honestly. Putting on dry socks changed my life. My feet still hurt, the blisters are still there, but the dry socks really make a difference. So just drying it out. I chugged half of this in the car, the rapid rehydration. It's got calcium, 350 potassium, 105 magnesium, 490 sodium. And then with the half I drank down, I put a white Monster in there, so a little caffeine. Chloe did the same. So I figure I'll sip on this for a mile or two. Then I got my spare water bottle in my pocket that I refilled. Sip on that for a mile or two, and then obviously the bladder. So this should bring us home in the home stretch. Got 8 miles left, and we'll be done. Definitely starting to heat up. It's pushing 90, so that's brutal. But we sprayed suntan lotion, hopefully sunscreen, whatever. So hopefully that keeps us strong. Our pace has gotten like 2 minutes faster since we took the break. So I'm gonna try and maintain that. Get this thing done in the next 3 hours or so. Which when I say it out loud like that, it doesn't sound that encouraging, but that's life. All right, man, no bangs. I really just look like a bald thumb out here, huh? What's really tough is that she's so much faster than me that she'll pull way ahead of me and then just stop because she's like, oh yeah, this slow motherfucker. But I'll let you be in the podcast. We walking? I love you too. 15 miles, like right now. We've been at this for 5 hours and 25 minutes. We took about a 15-minute break with my parents. 5 miles left, quarter of the way. 5 feels doable, which is awesome. It sounds crazy, but I figure less than 2 hours left, maybe just
lap 15, 23:04.
But closing in on it. Some of these hills are brutal. She was laughing at me because we were going up one. I was like, fuck this fucking hill. Are you fucking kidding me? Potty mouth. But yeah, we're doing it. So we're getting a little red face. It's pretty warm out here, not gonna lie. But almost there. All of these videos are kind of the same, but that's okay. We're coming down to it. She's 18 miles deep. Actually more than 18 miles now. 15.05, thank God. The last mile and a half has been kind of brutal. The valley of the walk so far is I had to poop in a porta potty. Like, they're very nice ones here on the trail, but it was like directly in the sun. So I think it was like 105 at least in there, and I was just baking while taking a shit, and that was like not a high for me, but at least I got to go in a bathroom. I did bring emergency toilet paper in case, you know, we had to do some wood stuff. But we've spent the last 30 minutes playing Fuck, Marry, Kill. It's just a game, but really. So, yeah, no, we're last 2 miles.
to give her some tough loving about a mile ago. But
Yeah, she really yelled at me. You guys should have heard it. But she did great.
I want to make that clear.
Yeah, she did great. I'm really hurting. The blisters on my feet are just like insane right now. And my right knee is really like swelling up and locking up. But we're going to finish. We're going to finish strong. I'm going to be proud of myself. I'm going to be proud of my fiance. And, you know, like, big part of why we're doing this is for my mom. And, like, you know, she has trouble getting up our stairs at night without being in pain. So what is a blister? What is being tired? What is sweaty? When, you know, she's been battling cancer on and off since I was 18. So if she can do that, I certainly can fucking walk for 20 miles with 30 pounds on my back. So really grateful to my sweet fiance right now for doing this with me and holding it down. We're about to get down just like a very sunny stretch, so it's about to get dark out here, so I'm gonna go so I can focus on not dying. But yeah, we're doing it.
See you on the other side.
Hell yeah. Last half mile. She's a little bit up there. She waiting on me because she's cute, but we're getting there. 25-minute pace. It's brutal, but we're doing it. Last bit. Hobbling to the finish line. All right, I guess, what time did we finish? Like 5.5 hours later with my messy table behind me. I can talk about the ruck. So we finished up 7.5, just under 7.5 hours, like 7:29 and a hair. It was pretty brutal. We came home, ate Chipotle, and drank Starbucks and immediately crashed. Just, there she is. Yeah, just immediately crashed. It was a long day, but worth it. I think in all of the training, I never had blister problems. And as I mentioned in the videos that you watched already, I had 2 really huge ones form on the bottom of my feet, a couple on my heel. So blister problems definitely caught up in the back half. Bob, how did you feel while I pull up stats?
Like immediately after?
Yeah, in general, how do you feel about the ruck?
I don't know. I think in some ways I feel better than I think I thought I would. In other ways I feel worse. My like back of my legs, like knee hammy insert has been like really, really tight. It started to blow up like kind of, I don't know, probably mile like 17, 18, like definitely way into the end. And then I was like, oh, I'll take a nap and feel better. And it hurts really bad still. I also have like blisters on the back of my heels. They're not bothering me too much.
Pretty gross.
Yeah, they're not bothering me too much yet, but I'm sure they will. But I think
when you put on shoes again.
Yeah, no, exactly. But I think otherwise, like my level of like general tiredness, fatigue. I mean, like I passed out, but I've passed out after the 8 and the 10 and the 12, and
we're
like
big snoozers,
and like all of that. Like I don't think I feel that much more.
Yeah,
fatigue. I think the real test is going to be tomorrow morning.
I think it was definitely as hard as I thought it would be. The last like 2.5 miles, I was really in the pain cave. She had to yell at me to survive. So it was definitely one of the harder things I've ever done. Some stats. We were averaging like a 22.5 mile pace. We had got it done just under 7:30. We took about 57,500 steps. Over that time, we burned over 2,000 calories, which is nuts. I'm taking all of this from my Garmin. Did you guys know you could like do a live tracking on Garmin too? I did that for friends and family, and that was neat. But in terms of our laps, the first 6 laps, we stayed in under 21 pace. From there, like 7 to 8, we were still around 21. Then we were sitting like high 22, low 23 through 15 or so. We stopped just before 12. And you could see them starting to drop off. It was like 20, like high 23, and then it dropped down to like 22.5. My computer or my iPad's literally resting on my dog right now. So if you see it bounce a little bit, earthquake, it's the dog. And we managed pretty well after the break for a while. till about mile 18. That's when it really fell apart. Mile 18 took 26 minutes. 19 took 26 minutes. Then I bounced back for 20 pretty well. I did 23:28. A lot of that was hustling at the end. So it was like 7 hours and 20 minutes or so, I noticed. And I was like, nah, we're finishing before 7:30. Fuck this. So I really started kind of booking it at that point. And that's how we ended up, finishing strong, which is important. You got to be able to finish strong. Average heart rate was 117. Highest it got to is 162, which was at the end. You can see the chart. It just spikes up at the end. Most of that like average heart rate comes from the second half. It got really hot. Like it was up in the 90s. So like 12 and on, I was sweating. I kept checking my heart rate, and it was like 120 to 140 almost for a lot of that. So that's where that early on, really nice. The heat was less of a factor than I thought it would be.
I think, even though like those last couple miles were brutal, I think overall it was less of a factor.
Yeah,
than I anticipated.
Yeah, we started early enough that, it was like nice out, honestly. Like, yeah, I was sweating my ass off. That's why you'll see my outfit change after the break with my parents. Because, like, literally I couldn't put my phone in my pocket because I would pull it out and it would be, like, dripping. So I was like, no more phone in the pocket till we stop. Yeah, post-ruck feelings, the blisters on my feet are terrible. Like, I'm walking on the outside of my feet. I can't place my foot down solidly. My legs are tight, shoulders tight, back tight. But it's really the blisters right now that are killing me. That, like, body shock, the, like, trauma right after was kind of nuts. Like, we ate, and I only ate, like, half a bowl, and I could see Chloe watching me just, like, disintegrate. And then she's like, please go lay down. Yeah. And then I laid down, and the crazy thing was we were laying completely still, and my heart rate was like 105. Like, my heart was just like boom, boom, boom. We woke up from the nap. It was still 75. Like, that's pretty high. My resting heart rate's like 45 to 50. I have a really low resting heart rate because I'm a stud. So that was pretty crazy. It's still high-ish, like 65, 70 sitting still. Jacks up to like 90 when I walk, but it's definitely slowly starting to come down. That's why we're having the Gatorade to make sure I'm not dehydrated, no heat, like sickness or anything like that. What else? I don't know. We watched Rocky 4, which was nice.
You can see, oh wow,
yeah.
The ring tan goes
Let's
hard.
go. Yeah, I made a joke because we had ours off because we were swelling. Oh, mine too. And I was like, we're just girlfriends now. She didn't like that joke. She didn't think I was funny. So, yeah.
I think, the tan goes hard. Luckily, no burn as far as I know.
No,
or like minimal.
I think we look good.
And not that I wasn't super worried, but we had one of our training rucks at the same area. The bugs were like insufferable.
Disgusting, yeah.
And
one of them we turned around. And then the second one we had some, but not terrible.
And they were like, we put on granted we did put on bug spray, but
zero.
No bugs, and the sun wasn't.
They were like, what did we look? We looked them up. They were like deer flies.
Yeah, like big
that.
boys flying, buzzing, landing.
They can give you like gross diseases. I did research, so that's why we did a couple of our practice rucks like elsewhere, because I was like, nah. And luckily it's just fucking hot enough that they didn't. So yeah, we watched Rocky 4 with our son. Pretty great. I don't even know if that was on camera, but and yeah, I'll embarrass her for a second, but really grateful to my bae for doing it with me. I think there are a lot of things that I'm like, I can do this, and then when I go to do it, I feel discouraged because they're hard, and she made sure that was not today. And she gave me tough love, and she gave me sweet love, and she was perfect and helped me get through it. I don't think she'll ever do a long ruck with me again, but that's okay. And
nothing against you. I just don't have the desire to ruck 20 miles again, Frankie.
I don't know. Go Ruck has a lot of long ones that I think I would like to do at some point, but I don't know that I'll do 20 anytime soon. I did tell her I was going to do the Baton Death March in the middle of New Mexico next year, but now I don't know. That was scaly. But there's like a 12 miler that Go Ruck does.
I'll do like 10 to 12. I don't have any issues with that.
I think once I can ruck again, that'll be the kind of, I would like to start training to like a faster speed. Like, Go Ruck only asks for 20 pounds, I believe, is their, like, lady weight.
Yeah.
And so I'd like to start, like, ruck running. We practiced a little bit of that, but it just blew out my calves, so it's something I really got to build up, I think. So I would love to do like a 12 miler where I'm trying to average like, you know, like 17, like a 17 mile for the first 6, like for the half. And then like if I gotta walk the back half, it is what it is. But yeah, so future plans will be sick. Thanks for following along for the ride. I'm gonna sit here and melt for a little while, but yeah, all in all,
Successful day.
it was kind of fun. Like at parts we had fun. I think it was some of the, it's funny, people say this a lot about like marathon training and shit sometimes, but like a lot of the training was harder than the ruck until the last 2.5 miles. The last 2.5 miles were really tough without a doubt, but like that first like 17.5, 18 miles were like, it was hard, but it was fun, and we were joking and enjoying ourselves.
We were talking and playing stupid games, and then like, you know, I'm like telling a story or giving an opinion or whatever, and like we're walking, and all of a sudden we passed like Mark for it, and I was like, oh shit, are we at like 17 miles now? And it like didn't even hit me. And like, no, those last like 2.5 to 3, I was like, okay, like I'm ready to be. I let out a deep sigh at one point, like half a mile to go, and she's like, what's wrong? I was like, nothing, I'm just like effing tired of walking. I want to go home. Which, you know, like it is what it is, but like literally up until that like probably like 17 and a half mile mark, I was like, you know, we're doing this thing. And then at that point, 17 and a half miles in, I'm like, you know, like we're stuck.
So yeah, all in all, a great goal. Probably the hardest thing I've ever done. I mean, just being on your feet for 7.5 hours and traversing terrain with 30 pounds on your back is just fucking hard. And it was cool to do hard things. You know, got in my feels a couple times, but I'm like, you know, oh my God, Boba. You know, like my mom sometimes has, I think I said it in another video, but my mom has trouble going upstairs sometimes. I can walk with fucking blisters. Like I will survive. It is what it is. So it's cool to do that. It's cool to feel accomplished and believe in yourself that you can do like crazy things. So we'll see what the next goal is. But for now, I heal. So thanks for following along.
Bye, YouTube.
My fiance is really great. Thanks for watching.
So we go into the pit course and train. I don't just go there and train. Who is the element I'm training? Who are these people and what tribe did they come from?